guys, it's time. Dun, 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 dun. It's time. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for the Alivast Oracle. Dun, 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 dun. Nadine, would you like to read the first one?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to get some water.
You're going to get some more? Okay, we'll switch places for this. Change places. Okay. Greetings, Society Watchers. I bring news of Alivast's event of the decade, the formal reception for the Silver King. Situated in a splendid venue in the Middle Clergy District, guests were treated to delightful music from Zarv, the most notable musician to grace Alivast in years, though one of his musicians did arrive late and proceeded to mingle with the partygoers as much as play his guitar. It was still a night to remember, with glitz, glamour, and a veritable who's who of the city come to receive the visiting draconic monarch, His Argent Majesty, the Silver King. The evening was only marred by the presence of punch, which may not have been a bad thing, as it meant the wine and liquor was flowing more freely. The event had a great surprise, as General Balfour Balton did make the event, leading to a delightful reunion with his wife, Isla. She was resplendent in a blue, gray off-the-shoulder piece, accented by long sleeves, silk brocade, and minimal jewelry, with simple makeup featuring her trademark smoky eyes and dark green gloss, and natural nails with paratin tips. Her silvery hair was up in a simple-styled loose bun, completing the fabulous ensemble. Shortly after the general's entry, Alivast's #1 couple took their leave, presumably for a tit
for tat?
Tippy-tappy-toop? From prying eyes. The topic of their conversation is unknown. Perhaps we need to wait 3 seasons for the results to become public. The second greatest reveal of the evening was the debut of Lady Soliandrus, escorted by Alivast's most eligible bachelor, Brork Bronzefang. The good captain was in serviceable formal armor with a crimson cape, but the crowd was stunned at the radiant lady that was clad in Hammernar Original. She was wearing red lacquered full plate with gold filigree, making up plentiful sun motifs and that adorned her armor. Red skies and morning, sailors take warning. This lady of the sun is on the rise in Alivast social circles and topping the list of best dressed. Ornate and lavish to the extreme, Hammernar's exquisite fingertips were all over the ensemble, from the spalder to the greaves and the flowing golden silk side cloak. Ladies, run, don't walk, down to the nearest custom armor as soon as you finish this column, because I predict in the next sensation for haute couture will be ornamental plate mail and plate mail themed design. Lady Soliandrus did not let her armored ensemble slow her down, not surprising as any Hammernar original is not only beautiful in design, but quite easy to move in, or so I hear. Her dance card was filled, and one of the first gentlemen was an unfamiliar Eastern Islander. When I described him to Mildred, she said that he was at the fall culinary competition, so it must have been Mr. Bacaw, the grand prize winner of the event. During their dance, the air was practically filled with light and magic, as apparently the Sun Maiden's talents also fall into creating such displays. After a few more dances, the trumpets once again sounded, this time to announce the arrival of the guest of honor, the Argent Regent, the metallic aristocrat, the Silver King. My predictions were spot on. What?
Oh, sorry, no,
What?
I just threw up a little bit. You're good.
What? My predictions were on spot, as he was dressed in the finest purple silks and velvets with a crimson mantle, accented with a variety of jewelry and the most beautiful craftsmanship that any ordinary person may have seen gaudy. But on one of such bearing and indomitable presence, the bangles and spangles were the perfect accessories. His first arrival on the scene was accompanied by a dazzling display of his wit and humor, as he quickly disarmed the fawning crowd with a witty repartee, immediately creating the atmosphere for a capable and gracious monarch. The Silver King is not only charming, handsome, and incredibly funny, but he also displayed an interest in the children that were in attendance, proving his concern for even the smallest Alivastians. He conjured illusions and simple magics to entertain the little ones, while he conversed with their parents, delighting them with antics such as forming ice sculptures out of someone's drink and creating displays of light. He even practiced an impressive bit of prestidigitation, where he made a dragonborn child pet blue lizard disappear. He even practiced an impressive bit of prestidigitation where he made a dragonborn child's blue pet lizard disappear, presenting the enraptured tot with a decorative egg in its place. One little event that set tongues a-waggling was when the Golden Lady Soliandrus and the Silver King took a few moments to sneak off for a private conversation. I do not know the reason for such deliberation, but the draconic dodge seemed quite taken with the angelic Alivastian. Perhaps our nations will be bound by a bond stronger than merely a treaty someday. Poor Captain Bork may be finding that the silver shines more brightly than bronze in the presence of gold.
Ooh.
Oh, many of Alivast's social and political
my.
elite. Oh, sorry. Many of Alivast's social and political elite attended a private gathering, presuming to hobnob without the bothersome presence of proles, but their absence was made more bearable by the freely flowing liberations of spirits and cheery atmosphere. It is worth noting that the Strong family was very well represented as emblematic of their finest of Alivastian society. Madame Gloria had one of the most notable coifs of the evening. Coifs in the evening. With her luscious locks piled high in the pinnacle of the hairdresser's art, her ball gown was a relatively simple affair with prodigious petticoat and high-level waistline that was both elegant yet had a provincial simplicity. Since the Silver King was so approachable, he even did take the time to allow an orcish bodyguard to relay a droll story about suffixes and presumably other grammar. I couldn't help but try to secure an interview. Though briefly, here is my exclusive interview with Alivast's newest and biggest celebrity, the Silver King. Excuse me, Your Highness. May I have a moment? My name is Hortense Roxbury of the Alivast Oracle. Ah, pleased to meet you. What is an Alivast Oracle? Oh, the Oracle is the city's second best-selling daily paper. Paper? wait, I have one. That's terrible. Continue on page 8.
Which begins with human humor.
Human humor.
Connor, you should read the Kitchen in 10 Town follow-up.
Oh boy! Last week, we at the Oracle gave a report on a soup kitchen started up in Tent Town. The benefactor of that soup kitchen, Sir Altive of the Nomerian Skyfleet, has asked us at the point to give more credit to the musical person who inspired him to give. He was so kind and wonderful, said Altive. All he wanted to do was spread joy to the people of the downtrodden town, for no benefit of his own. His inspiring song, that was weirdly enthralling, spoke to my heart. It would be a huge favor to me and Nomeria if you gave him more credit in a follow-up. To find out about his mysterious bard, we did. From many a patron in Tent Town, he came into town with his friends a couple months back, came in for a job. We see him cross through here from time to time, not thinking much of it, but then he just came to the middle of town right after this horrible tragedy that had befallen us and just plays for us. His song was so uplifting it made a large amount of the sadness go away. Many people told of how amazing this bard was, and we looked into this Panic Grimtongue. I think this is the first time one of the main cast has been named.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, congrats, you're the first one.
Apparently, he's a bit infamous in the entertainment district. He's quite the man, said a staff member of the Romantian who wished for their name to be redacted. What future holds for this man is unclear, though we hope to hear more of his kind gestures in the future.
I wonder who that guy was at the entertainment district.
Probably Zeus.
Zeus.
Zeus!
Kurt, switch place. I need water too.
Trade out. Bird up. Okay, which one shall I read? What shall I read today? Forced Eltmer Return?
Ooh, you should have Bosco read that one.
Yeah, actually, Bosco, read the Forced Eltmer Return.
Do I? Alright, I guess. This is going to hurt my soul as I read.
Yeah,
Here we go. While the Silver King's arrival in Salivastion of Alivast was seen by many as a welcome effort, there have been rumors swirling around that have made people nervous. Specifically, refugees from Eltmer face uncertainty as speculation has risen that with the Silver King's arrival, he may force refugees in Alivast to return to Eltmer. The Silver King's efforts to encourage refugees to return to Eltmer are well known. Recently, as the ball honoring and welcoming him to Alivast, this reporter overheard a conversation between the Silver King and another citizen concerned for the Eltmer refugees. The Silver King expressed concern over the lack of population in Eltmer and wished the refugees would return to reclaim their lives and home. He went on to say that he in no way would force the refugees back to their homes in Eltmer. He did continue, however, saying that things are not guaranteed, but if the decision is his, he will make the choice that is best for the people as opposed to what's best for him. Finally, he remarked that refugees have the Silver King's assurance that they would be safe back in Eltmer. These comments don't provide commitment as to what accord the Alivast City Council and the Silver King will strike, but they do indicate his stance on the issue. With that, hopefully, Eltmer refugees will rest a little easier tonight. Policies are still in flux, but at least a forced return to Eltmer for refugees doesn't seem to be too likely an issue.
Many sailors were spooked today as a flock of silver dragons were spotted on the coast of Canary's Perch. With the Silver King appearing during the White Dragon attack, many speculate on whether these silver dragons are related to the Silver King in any way more than appearances. The most obvious answer would be that they're his offspring, said Chernoblat Springcaker, a dragon specialist. With the Silver King being as old as he is, it is more than likely he has procreated in his thousands of years of life. Though it is possible they are unrelated to the Silver King, with the timing of his appearance and theirs, it seems mostly absolute they are his children. With the rumors that these are indeed his children, it begs the question on why they are here, if they are just their father's escort, or if there is something more. There is no concrete evidence as of now. As soon as information is given, you, the reader, shall be informed as soon as possible. It's time for the letters of the Lady of Rososia.
Woo!
Yeah.
Who's reading and who's the lady?
We will sort out who the lady. We will all be readers, but Snake is the Lady of Livrosia.
All right.
That's become tradition.
It has become.
Oh,
tradition.
okay. Fair
I
enough.
love how he says "I love you." It really helps me. I'll start though. Dear lady, a few months back, my parents told me they were splitting up. Well, this did affect me during the immediate couple weeks. I felt I had come to terms with it. However, I did not see my mother as often, and I am currently live with my father as I finish up schooling. Recently, some relatives of my mother came by and showed concern towards this, and after they left, I found myself getting teary over it. Am I still feeling pain? Am I still feeling pain of this and just denying the truth? Signed, Reflective.
Dear Reflective, I love you. It is challenging when two people who you love enter a change of relationship and you can feel caught in between. As we grow, our relationships with our parents and our other family members can also change. This doesn't mean you love your father more or your mother less, but at this stage in your life, your relationship with your father may be at the fore because of the amount of time you spend with him. Mothers love their children, and even when they are grown and independent, they can miss them terribly. Each relationship provides us with something a little bit different, and you and your mother may both feel a need for something that is unique in how you interact. Communicate with your mother. Don't lose contact. You may find that a simple conversation every now and again will provide you both with something valuable.
And Bosco, you want to read the next one?
Sure.
Dear Lady of Livrosia, my husband has been away for a long, long time, and while we have exchanged some letters, we haven't had much contact. When I close my eyes, I can feel his powerful arms wrapping around me, feel the strength of his chest against my cheek, and smell the scents that cling to him that any other man would be disgusted. Despite this longing, I am a little nervous about him coming home, and I'm not sure why. In the back of my mind, there's a fear, a dread that when he arrives, something might be amiss. What can I do? Signed, Waiting Anxiously.
Dear Waiting, I love you. The anxiety you feel is not anything unusual. I know how love and anxiety can go hand in hand. We often build up our love into an ideal idol of how we think it should be and forget that love is messy and rarely conforms to a script. When you greet your husband, leap into his arms, but don't be disappointed if your ideal reunion doesn't play out. He may not know your script. Give him cues and watch for this. If you are as close as I believe, your reunion will be memorable. Remember to be playful and have fun.
And Nadine?
I'll do the last one because I think I know who this is supposed to be. Dear
That's
lady,
why we saved it for you.
Dear Lady of Livrosia, I'm scared. No, I'm terrified. I'm being introduced to someone that I don't even know for the purpose of marrying him. This is not my decision, but I feel I need to go through with it because this could be necessary to keep people safe. I'm afraid that if I don't follow through, someone I care about, someone I'm going to love will be in danger if I don't. I'm willing to sacrifice myself to protect them. That's how much I love them, even if it means biding myself into an uncertain fate. Am I honoring love or throwing it away? Signed, doubtful debutante.
Debutante.
Debutante. Yeah.
Debutante. Yeah.
Hey. Thank you.
Dear Solly, I love you. I needed to take time to settle myself after reading your letter. It affected me so deeply and personally. I know, too, how well love can drive us to sacrifice ourselves for those we care about the most deeply. I know of your situation, and I regret that all I can do is ask my mother to intercede on your behalf, for you are in a position that should never exist for anyone. I may not be with you in body, but I am with you in spirit, as you make some hard choices. Be true to yourself, be true to your heart, and remember, regardless of what happens, you are loved. P.S. I talked to Mom. She assured me that love will triumph.
True to your heart. You must be true to your heart. Don't let the haves roll
This is
by.
another good one. You guys to read through. There's games. There's
Mhm.
posters.
There's so
of
many
it.
good
I love
ones.
This one, the perfume. Did you read the perfume?
From
Is-
the
is
makers
the lady
of
of-
Disembowel comes
Is the Lady of
Eviscerate.
Liverosia an Azamar?
Eviscerate.
Well,
a fragrance
I'm
for
asking-
orcs.
I'm
Endorsed
asking
by
the
Knights
chat.
of Nash.
You're asking the chat? Well, if she was an
Yeah,
Azamar, she would be in the council. She would be able to work for a paper.
Ah, okay.
Kaze3173, 200 bits. Let me know how those dice end up working for you. They should be lucky. Lucky, as in they make entertaining results.
I think those are the dice I got.
Yeah, I think
Editing.
Kaze hooked you up with those.
I'll give them a shot tomorrow. I'll see how they do. Been
Yeah,
using
I
my-
love that they
my
call it
Rainbow
Eastern
dice.
Isles number puzzle. It's so great.
It's almost like there's a
I love
star there.
Seppuku.
Seppukumon.
Pokemon.
Seppuku.
Seppukumon.
You know the numbers game.
Oh, there's so much.
There's one about the
Ah,
punch
yes.
being stolen.
Spiked
Seppuku.
punch.
Seppuku, yes. Spiked punch.
Oh my God! Please,
Oh boy, here we
boss,
go.
Okay, who wants to read this one?
You should do it, Kurt.
With events big and grand like balls or galas, it's easy for items to get moved around or misplaced. A couple of napkins here, a glass or two are found outside, a whole tray of hors d'oeuvres is being taken by the Northlanders and they refuse to share. These types of things are common in events like this. And when planning on such a grand scale, you expect these things to happen. What you don't expect is a priceless 507-year-old serving bowl donated by the Livrosia Temple to get stolen. Sadly, that is the case here. In preparation for the upcoming ball in honor of the rival of the Silver King, both the temples of Livrosia and Alman made sure that the halls were decorated with the best the temple could donate. Many of the silverware, drinks, and trays were items loaned out by both temples for the event, as a sign of good faith and to show appreciation to the Silver King for saving the lives of the city. At the end of the night, all items were recovered and accounted for, all except one punch bowl. Bird crimes! His name is Greckles. We're not sure if it was a master thief who knew the value of such an item would go on the black market, or a very immature person who was trying to woo some fair maiden, said Shaurin Goblin's foe.
Boy, talk about hitting the bird on the beak.
A city guard who is one of many on the case of the missing item. The thing is, this is the second artifact that's been stolen from a temple in the past couple of months. The first would be the Hoketh incident, if you recall. Now, we're not saying that the two are related, but that it is that is a possibility that guards are looking into. Maybe a black market of stolen goods from temples. Too many variables to list at this moment. I reach out to our own Lady of Livrosia for comment on the missing bowl. I love you, but please return my bowl. I need it for fruit.
Oh man.
Probate. Oh God, if this were canon, that would mean Greckles committed grand theft.
Grand Theft Greckles.
Oh my God. Greckles, what's that? What's 3 stars above his face? Uh-oh, that's not good.
Doros is on a bicycle chasing him.
What the hell is that?
Why are we doing this?
Slice a cigarette. I'm sorry, I had to come.
All we had to do was follow the train, Greckles.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
All we had to do was follow the train, Greckles. Fuck!
I remember you playing that mission.
I hated that mission so.
You were so angry.
Especially when I used to be a much angrier person back then too. So you just saw me kicking my desk and shit.
It's funny.
Oh God, a pun. To Gregor's dear readers, oh please.
It's not your dog. It's one of the writers. Of the
We
thing.
at the Oracle regret to inform you that all due to a bout of pneumonia, staff writer Gregor Peltmender will be unable to provide his musings for today's paper.
No.
When taken to the nearby apothecary for treatment, Dr. Gaia Sweet told us that it was probably due to the fact of his sleeping in the snow without anything to cover himself, which after reading this entry in the last issue was so he could challenge the coldness of snow. He will be okay after taking some time to rest and will return to the Oracle when able. Could be worse. It could have been Payday Alivast edition. Time to rob a bank.
Guys,
All of a
there's the
sudden,
punch
Kanye
bowl.
West Power starts playing. Hey, hey. But we'll read one. Can I get, since we got Bosco here, Bosco, can you read guards apprehended sled bandits admonish youthful thrill seekers?
Yeah, once I find it, hang on.
Page 2.
Ooh, that's a long one. Okay. Yeah, sure. Stop being dumb phone. Here we go.
Readers may recall that previously the Alivast Oracle reported on a troop of gnomish bandits who had been taking advantage of the seasonal road conditions and their light weight to sled by citizens and snatch their purses. While a follow-up was delayed due to the dragon attack, the Oracle is now able to report that the bandits were apprehended due to the guards' proactive Operation Yellow Snow. The plan utilized a large combat sled equipped with a snow cannon that fired large snowballs at the gnomes as they attempted to flee. After a lengthy chase through the city, the bandits were apprehended with what the guard is calling acceptable property damage. However, a new and dangerous sport seems to have arisen in the wake of the arrest. During the chase, a blast from the snow cannon fractured the sled being used by the bandits and caused the pieces to careen into a peddler who was transporting whale oil. The gnomes were able to take the broken boards of the sled, coated with oil, and continue using them to evade the guards for another hour as they boarded down they boarded down the streets. Oh, this is ridiculous. Grinding along curbs and over low-hanging roofs. This new activity has proven contagiously imitatable, with city youths quickly crafting their own oiled boards and mimicking the behavior. Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. Already, several injuries have been reported in retaliation to the thrilling new activity. Druids and clerics have reported an uprising in broken bones due to collisions, which has worried parents in the area.
The children have started acting strange.
Says Polly
Polly Thistle Whistle.
Thistle Whistle.
That's good.
A member of the Ginter clergy and concerned mother.
They all go out and at odd hours of the talking about fresh powder and developing some sort of slang. I don't know what they're saying half the time. All this stuff about hanging the sick nasty and doing the ollie over Mr. Jenny's roof. But I bet it's dangerous. I don't understand the appeal of it, and frankly, it scares me.
I'm just imagining ska music with trumpets with like horns out of sync playing in the background.
The city guard has released a statement demanding that all instances of this new activity, deemed ice planking, be suspended at once until its risk level can be properly evaluated and ordinances are passed to govern it. This decree has seemed to have no measurable effect on the amount of ice planking taking place. Citizens are urged to take caution as they walk about during the evening, especially if their travel takes them near any architecture that could enable totally radical flips.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god, there's so much here, you guys. As always, this stuff is crazy cool. There's classifieds. Spiked punch, letter to the editor. Intelligence check and the Eastern Isles number puzzle. Oh yes. Oh yes. And birds of a feather. In Gala.
Birds of a feather dance with the people together.
Big shout out to the people who make this possible. At Kyrie Ryan 1, at Alcoholic, at Jim the Rabid Cow, at Night Hunter 66, at Saichi Evie, at Cake Boss 419, at Boom 1327, at Froggy's Mom, at The Thread Weaver, at Pwisuit 47, and at Voodoo Soviet.
Hey.
Probate. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what's it is strange and scary to me, and it'll happen to you. Good shit.